Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nr2003 series, here for race 4 at Atlanta 25. Remember, we are doing a playoff format, or a chase format, where if you're the top 10 in the points, you make it in. As you can see what the points look like here. What I'm going to do is, what's it called? Gotta share the stream, then we will get on into it, we'll go over the points, and then we'll go into the race here, and go on from there. Gonna share it to everything. Alright, post that there, and we'll do it there. Boom. And there. And then we'll be all set to go. Hey Ben, wait, calm down, I'm just starting the stream, and if you could look points wise, you're probably somewhere in the middle. Actually, you're right here. You're 11th. You should be able to see that. I don't know if you can. Just give me a second. I'm sharing the stream and then we'll get on into it. Because all I have to do is copy this now and then post it into the two Discords, and we will be set to go. There we go, in that Discord. Doing an Emerson's Discord. And then we'll be all set. I guess I'll do it in mine too, because that's where I have all this shit at. And then go from there. But we will take a look at the points. I just didn't expect you to join just like that. That's funny, Ben. Alright, let's get on into it. Emerson is somehow leading the points after 2 races with an average finish of 6.67. He's looking to maybe make the chase and try to be the first champion on the new system. Then Andrew Carnelli the 5th, and your Ryan Keenan won. Actually, we're gonna do that real quick on my phone. Make sure I wrote the winners down because I haven't been doing that on the schedule. I think, yeah, I did it week 1, but I didn't. Oh no, I just didn't do it week 3. So Ryan Keenan won week 2. Then week 3 at Talladega, it was Max Service. He got his first win in the year. We've had 3 different winners so far, and now we're going to Atlanta here today. And we'll fix that. There we go. And then all set. Yeah, so points, like I said, your top 10, Ryan Keenan, Colin Francis, Fernandem Jr. round out your top 5. Matthew Huber, Bowen Adams, Dylan Rash, Luna Farmer, and Carlos Gutierrez are your top 10. And then what I got to do is this. And we will pull up the, where is it? Oh wait, keep that like that. Go back to this, the drivers list, and just have that over everything, and then I can see that. And then we are all set. But people looking to get into the chase, because you have to be top 10 to make it. Ben Park, Sam Oscon, Reese Schaefer, Jesse Adams, Joshua Belliot are your first 5 out. And a lot of people that have work to do. Last season champ Dan Park, Josh Fox, Devin Smith, Corey Chase, and season 1 champ Adam Gardner. And the season 3 champ Voiles is back in 25th. So all 3 champs so far are 25th or worse. So that's something to look at for everybody. But other than that, yeah. I think everybody had. No, there's a lot of people that don't have top 10s yet. My bad. But we will get on to Atlanta here today. It's 244 laps. Gonna be a long one. We'll see how it goes. And let's get on into it. Let's see who will qualify and pole here today.
Drivers, to your car.
And it'll be Colin Francis over, uh, what's his name? Brian Glennon, Colin Cropley, Dylan Abraham, and Joshua Balliet, your top 5. Hodak, Lingerfeld, Compton, Powers, Salter round out your top 10. Ben Park, you are 24th, actually right next to your brother. You guys are starting 27th, 28th. Reese Schaefer, Causey, Andrew Carnoli, the 4th. Jay McDonald and Carlos Gutierrez all start from the back. Your points leader, Emerson, starts 15th. And Andrew Carnoli, the 4th, who I think, or is it 5th at his second, is 26th. So, could be a big points day here. Let's go to happy hour. Let that continue. Happy hour is race pace, so you might look better, might look worse. You never know. About 30 minutes left in it. Yeah, bad starting spot, but finishing pretty well. Gained at least 10 spots so far. All right. It looks like Zimmerman had the fastest in happy hour. And here's the rest of the field if everybody wanted to see where you were in happy hour. Gavin Smith, unfortunately, at the bottom. 3 tenths between everybody. So Atlanta will probably play out kind of like a play track, I presume. But we will see. Put that at TV1 and then to the 30 car. And let's get on into it.
Drivers,
We'll wait the 20 seconds. And I don't remember if TV2 was here, better here or not. We'll see. And then we'll go through the field. Make sure nobody ends up having a mechanical issue right out the back. That does happen here and there. We will see what happens. I will share it one more time.
Your engines.
And here we go. I don't think. Doesn't look like anybody's having problems, so that's good. That's spectator. TV2, TV1. Okay, we'll be TV1 in this race. Or maybe I'll go back and forth a little bit. We'll go on. I think what I'm going to try and do is go on board a little bit more here and there, like every 15 laps or something, go on board with somebody. We'll see. We'll figure it out. It's going to be a long race today. One hell of a long race. Pace car pulls off, though. And we got 244 laps at Atlanta. Who will make it? I mean, if Emerson can somehow help me, we'll figure it out, and I can ask him if he wants to, but it also depends on time and when to do it. And we are green, though, here at Atlanta. As Colin Francis gets out ahead over Colin Cropley in the 8 so far. I'll give you my thing I'm thinking about doing, though, Ben. But Colin Cropley to the inside of Colin Francis here. Can he get to the lead? Colin Cropley side by side off of turn 4. Looks like Cropley will lead the first lap here at Atlanta. And here comes Brian Glennon now in the 98. Got a great run off of turn 4. And they're 3 wide now already for about 6th place. And they got that settled out, but they're 3 wide now off of turn 2. Will they be able to get that to work here at Atlanta? Looks like they will as the 8 just pulls away. And it's just a battle for 3rd place now. Here comes Joshua Balliet now in the 97 on the inside. Brian Glennon looks like he will clear in the 98. Here comes the 31 now, Dylan Abraham. And he does fall back a little bit as the 2 leaders are pulling away. And then it's almost double foul for the rest of the field back here. As long as they're not 4 wide, they should be okay. Colin Francis, though, closing back in. Did not get the lead lap and needs to. Now we got a little bit of time. But, Ben, what I've been thinking about, if I, tend to not be so good for the rest of Outlaws, I might consider asking Adam if he wants me to broadcast it, and I probably won't do it for any money. We'll see what he thinks. But we'll see. But here comes Brian Glennon around the outside, Colin Francis for P2. And he will clear. He's going to go try and chase Colin Cropley now. Here comes Joshua Belliot. He wants 3rd place. Can he get around the 30 of Colin Francis? Started first, already down to 3rd and looking possibly to fall to 4th here already. Not having a good short run car. Maybe it'll be a long run car in the end. We'll go back a little bit now. Got a side-by-side battle with Mitchell Hodak in the 32 and Max Powers, your week 1 winner at Daytona. I'm just like, I'm not that good. And, I mean, I'm having fun racing, but we'll see. And here comes Colin Francis to the inside of Brian Glennon now. Side-by-side for 2nd. But it looks like it's going to be Balliet now on the outside as I go the wrong way with the camera. You just might have me messing up the camera a lot. Because I'm not used to doing this. Brian Glennon, though, to the race lead, hits the 8 car a little bit. Almost turned the 8 trying to get to the lead. Brian Glennon now side by side with Cropley here. Cropley still leads the lap. Still side by side here in the turns 1 and 2 off at 2. Brian Glennon just finally clears the 8 of Colin Cropley. I couldn't tell if he was going to be able to there or not. But he does. We'll go back a little bit now. The 31 Dylan Abraham, it looks like, has Kyle Lingerfeld to the inside now with the 45 RJ Bishop there. The 16 now. Mitchell Hodak also back in. The 32 Max Powers. A lot of battling going on here inside the top 10 at the moment. Glennon holds on to the race lead as there's 4 cars right behind him. Everybody's still in the race. True that, I do know most of the drivers. And we got three-way battle for the race lead. With Joshua Balliot now entering that picture in the 97. Maybe Colin Francis has figured it out now, hounding the 97. But here comes Colin Cropley back to the inside for the race lead. It looks like Cropley will pass Brian Glennon here. Cropley back to the race lead over Brian Glennon. Balliot. Lingerfeld now lurking, wants a top 5 finish. Brian Glennon, though, coming back at Cropley to the inside. Can't quite get there, though. Colin Francis trying to get back to 3rd to the inside of Joshua Balliot. There's the 31 Dylan Abraham right behind them also. And Brian Glennon once again going for the race lead. To the inside of the 8. Brian Glennon moves up the track just a bit, but he will lead this lap. Now, that's probably like the 4th lead change of this race already. So, we'll see how that continues to go. We'll go see the race 1 winner right now. Back in, what, about 8th? 11th, it says? Because the leaders are still very close to each other. We'll go take a look at some others. Find some of the champions of the series. Adam Gardner right now about 15th place. We might miss 3 wide back here with last week's winner, Max Service, in the 40. Sam Oscon in the 19 of Jesse Adams. Emerson, there's the 15, my bad. Luna Farmer in the 20, also back here. We got Dan Park in the 7. 24, Connor Cunningham. As we go through the field. Emerson, your points leader, is back in 30th. Ben, Rip Ben, all the way back in last at the moment. Not having a good day in the 21. So go back towards the front. Brian Glennon cleared. It looks like Colin Francis, your pole sitter, is back up front. Rip Ben just outside the top 10 in the points right now, not looking good to be into the top 10. Remember, pit stops change everything in this. I always feel like that. Joshua Belliot just had a horrible run off for turn 4. And now everybody's hounding him right behind. Here comes the 31 W. Abraham and Lingerfeld to the outside. Lingerfeld cannot get there. Might get the run off for turn 2 though. As the 31 goes to the inside of the 97, they're going to be 3 wide down the back straightaway for the third place. As the top 2 are starting to pull away a little bit. Especially Brian Glennon here. It looks like Mal just holding up these guys back here. The 16 now. Mitchell Hudak trying to hold off the 31 Dylan Abraham for about the 5th position. Still side by side back here. And the one that's really falling back right now looks to be the 8 of Crawplate. Led a couple laps, now towards the outside of the top 10. He is 10th right now, but getting passed by the 12 right now of Devin Zimmerman. That long run is starting to hurt some of these tires, depending on how you push. Max Powers, though, still side by side with RJ Bishop back here. Here comes Devin Zimmerman now to the inside. He wants 9th. Can he get there on the 45 of RJ? At the moment, he cannot, but he will get to back to the outside of Powers. Another 3 wide. Zimmerman to the bottom now. Now into turn 1 here. Zimmerman, though, checks up a little too much. Powers will clear, and it looks like he will hold on to the position over RJ Bishop and Devin Zimmerman. Colin Francis now closing in on Brian Glennon here for the lead. It depends. If you look in turn 1, the inside checks up, so the outside ends up being a little bit better here. And here comes Colin Francis for the race lead into turn 1 and 2. Because Brian's probably going to be able to hang on to it here as the outside seems to be better 1 and 2. And the inside seems to be better in 3 and 4. But could not get there. And they're single file up front for the moment. Some 2 wide battling towards the end of the top 10 here. Zimmerman trying to hang on. The outside is bad off of 4 right there. Got very close to the wall. I'll go through the field here again a little bit. A lot of racing mid-pack here. Got Connor Cunningham, Dan Park in the 7. Causey in the 29. And we'll go back now. Ben, you're not last. You have passed 3 people. And nobody is off pace at the moment. And I think Colin Francis, though, to the race lead on the bottom again, trying to go for it here on the front straight. Sends it in a 1 and 2. And it looks like they will get it this time. Couldn't get it last time. And here comes Joshua Balliet now in the 97. No, you passed 3 people. You were like, what, 36? Something like that. Yeah, 36. Long race though, Ben. Long race. Just avoid the wrecks, and you'll be okay. Got another battle going on though for the top 5 spot. The 31 and the 5 of Lingerfeld and Dylan Abraham. Abraham in the 31. Trying to make it work. At the moment, the outside losing a little ground here. Power is a little bit closer to the 31, but might make it 3 wide on the bottom here. And does. He is there. Lingerfeld sends it on the outside in the 1. It looks like Lingerfeld might get that to work. Sorry, in the 2. Off of 2. But not quite. And Lingerfeld loses that spot, and he's going to drop back now. And here comes Bowen Adams, sorry. Gets around Lingerfeld now as he is falling back on the outside. The inside line checked up there though. Might have hit the apron. I think what we're gonna do is Joshua Belliot tries to go to the inside of Colin Francis. He does get there. Francis though, looks like they will get a run off of turn 4. We're gonna go on board here, I think, with Brian Glennon up front. As he is racing, trying to get to the race lead here. As he's side by side with Joshua Belliot. Right behind Colin Francis for the lead. And looks like Brian Glennon gonna go to the inside, possibly Francis here in the 4, but is not quite there. Almost hits the 30, it looks like. But the 30 hangs on for the moment. Oh, wrong way. There we go. That's spectator. There we go. Let's go back here. They still are battling for around the 5th position. Max Power has got up into top 5, but now Lingerfeld's hounding him. Here comes Bowen Adam, 3 wide into turn 3. Powers, though, lost a lot of room there, a lot of speed. Let's 3 wide back off of turn 4 into the tri-oval now. And it looks like Adam Gardner now is going to get up to the top 10 because of this. A lot of checkups going on. The leaders are pulling away. Emerson has now fallen all the way back. Your points leader is dead last. This could shake up the points day quite a bit. Ben Park, still 36. Trying to get around some others. A lot of people not having good days towards the back of the pack. A lot of single file. Couple battles. Especially towards the end of the top 10 back here. A lot of battling going on. Especially mid-pack, like 12th, 10th. Right now, Angel Gutierrez battling Adam Gardner now. It looks like for 11th and 12th. We'll go back up here now. Looks like Brian Glennon had a challenge from the 16. Mitchell Hodak. Here comes Joshua Belliot now to the inside of Mitchell Hodak here. We're already coming to lap 30. This is surprisingly quick in the first 30 laps. They probably are going to have to pit, I would assume, what, from here to any time from here to 50, here to 60, I would think. How many laps they normally go on a full tank gas at Atlanta? Old Atlanta. I don't remember. But Colin Francis has company. Here comes Brian Glennon in the 98. Got a little close, had to back off though. He's going to lose a lot of speed off of turn 2, and the 16 and the 97 might be able to get to him. And there goes Joshua Belliot to the inside of the 16. Sends it on in there and clears with ease. Mitchell Hodak. But here comes Bowen Adams now to the inside of the 16. And that'll be for 3rd place. 4th place, sorry. And Bowen Adams is going to clear the 16 with ease now. Because maybe Mitchell Hodak is stuck on the outside. Will Lingerfeld be able to get a run now? Brian Glennon just trying to hang on to 2nd place right now over Joshua Belliot and that 97 Sharpie Ford. You got a Dodge, Chevy, Dodge and Ford up front. I don't think we have any other manufacturers. I could be wrong. That's still a Dodge, okay. I thought they were still Pioneer. Maybe that was just, you know, the other seasons. And we do have a... Yeah, we're good. Just taking a look. go through the field here. We'll stay on board with Dan Park for a minute, and we'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Dan still working through mid-pack. Ben Park backing up in the 34th now. He's falling back a little bit. Everybody's still in the race. We're just basically waiting at pit stops now. I should have looked at the fuel tank, but I didn't. But I'm thinking, because, well, Atlanta, if they go at like 35, I would think they'd probably go at like 65. Like 20 more laps, maybe. They might not, but we got a battle for second here. Brian Glennon trying to get to the inside of Joshua Balliet with the help from Bowen Adams on the inside here. We got about a 7-second gap from last place to the leader. Bowen Adams now to the inside of Brian Glennon here. I mean, they could start pitting soon, Ben. I could be wrong. We will have to see. I didn't check it. Usually I do, like, pit practice once before, and I just didn't. I forgot. We'll see, though. Bowen Adams, though, to the inside of Joshua Balliet here. Fourth, second place. Third and fourth are also, or fourth and fifth are also there. Bowen Adams got a great run there, though, but here comes Mitchell Hodak trying to get to the inside of Joshua Balliet. Cannot get there. Brian Glennon falling back to sixth behind Kyle Lingerfeld there. Last week's winner, Max Service, breaks the top 10 in that zero car. Season 1 champion, Adam Gardner, ninth. So we continue to watch this front pack battle here. Lingerfeld goes low. Balliet trying to catch up to Colin Francis, who has kind of been dominating since they got to the lead in the 30. Bowen Adams, also still second place. Brian Glennon, I think his car is falling off. He's going to get passed by RJ Bishop here now for 8th, possibly. 98 starting to fall back. The long run is not good for him at the moment. Remember, it took him all season last year to get his first top 10 for Brian Glennon. All the way in the last race, he finally got it. Or was it top 5? One of the two, but it took him all season. Got it at the end. He's trying to take that momentum into this year. Here comes Bowen Adams for the race. Lead on Colin Francis here. And to turn number 3. The 9 tries to get clear. Can't quite get there. Can Colin Francis get a run off of turn 4? They cannot. Bowen Adams will lead a lap here. But Bowen goes a little high. This allows Joshua Balliet to get into the picture. He's down inside of Colin Francis for second place now. Balliet now back to the inside here. I think I was going to go on board with someone, but I'm not sure who to go on board with here as they're all double file. As Bowen Adams pulls away here, Lingerfeld trying to get back through this also. And it looks like Devin Zimmerman's either pitting or has a problem. How is it? He's coming back up the track. That's going to be the scary thing. Re-entering the track here. Was it only Devin Zimmerman? Zimmerman had a problem. I didn't even see that. But he is now 4 laps down. So I don't think it was a pit stop because he's 5 laps down now. So unfortunately, Devin Zimmerman here in the 12 car might have had like a mechanical issue or something. Was running, I think he was running close to top 10 at some point. So that is unfortunate for the 12 car. He's going to be a lot faster, fresher tires on that 12 car. He might go get a lap back here because of that. Elliott to the inside of Colin Francis for third. And look at those fresh tires on the 12 car, Devin Zimmerman. I know he's 5 laps down, probably had a mechanical issue, but my lord, is it quick? He's going to go get a lap back. He's going to go back to 4 laps down now. Devin's gone. I think we'll go. Colin Francis, after leading a lot of laps, falls back to fourth now. I think we're going to go ride on board with RJ Bishop back here in the 45 as he is hunting down a lot of these leaders. I'm back. It looks like RJ has somebody to his inside here. It looks like it's Adam Gardner in the 1 and Max Service in the 0. As Bowen Adams still pulls away. This is towards the end of the top 10 here. Brian Glennon looking to fall outside the top 10 in the 98. Double file. How much drop out? Oh, let's go take a look at the leaders lap, which is Bowen Adams. So it looks like fastest lap was Brian Glennon at 28.9. And they're running 31.2s. So yes, there's a huge drop off, Ben, for sure, on lap time with the old tires. Definitely a good couple seconds. So it could be dangerous when people start pitting and some stay out with older tires and try to stretch fuel. That's when I think when wrecks will happen. But Bowen Adams, Balliet, Colin Francis, Lingerfelt, Mitchell Hodick, Dylan Abraham, Adam Gardner. You got Max Service, Brian Glennon, and RJ Bishop. Looks like are your top 10 for the moment. Francis trying to get back up in a second. RJ Bishop passes Brian Glennon back here for the 9th position at the moment. Brian Glennon led some laps, looking to possibly fall outside the top 10 now. His car is starting to fall off. We will see what happens. Troy almost hits the 43 there in the 22 car. 43 of Barrett Compton. I think has been in the 43 every season so far. Go back, Ben. We'll see how you're doing. You're back to 37th right now. 2 positions ahead of last. Oh, here comes Kyle Lingerfeld, though, for 3rd place to the inside. Colin Francis. The 5 clears the 30. Francis falling back now, maybe to Mitchell Hodak. Francis also led a lot of laps. And it's starting to fall back lately, too. Maybe just has the early run car. Goes to the inside. The 16 tried to. Lingerfeld wants second. As Bowen Adams starts to pull away. And here comes 31 Dylan Abraham now. To the inside of Cannab, pulls back in line, unfortunately. Lingerfeld in the 5, going for second on Joshua Balliet, side by side here off of turn number 4. I'm thinking Ben it'll be like 60 to 70 for pitting, I presume. I don't see how they go past 65, but who knows. But Mitchell Hodak now in the 16 to the inside, Colin Francis. Side by side here. Looks like for the fourth position, Francis led. Now falls back to fifth, kind of like the 98 of Brian Glennon back here. Led a lot, falls to the back end of the top 10. Last week's winner, Max Service. Right now, back in seventh. Adam Gardner, season 1 champion in the 1 car. And here comes the 31, Dylan Ibrahim, now to the inside of Colin Francis. Francis now going to fall outside the top 5. Possibly, and Bowen Adams just setting down good laps. 1.1 ahead now of the leaders. As Devin Zimmerman, the only one laps down. Valiant trying to hang with Lingerfelt for the second position. Starting to calm down up front on this long run, but here comes the 97 to the inside of the 5, into 3 and 4. And Francis also goes to the inside of the 16 of Mitchell Hodak behind for 4th place. Almost fucking messed that up. 9 is pulling away slowly but surely as these guys continue to battle. Lingerfelt hangs on the outside right there. Now we'll go mid-pack, see how some others are doing. Looks like Cropley, who was up front early, has fallen back now in the 8 car to about 18th position. Let's go find Andrew the 4th, the guy that's second in points. See what he's up to. Here's Andrew the 5th. Sorry, Andrew the 5th is second in points, my bad. He's back in 30th right now. Luckily, he's ahead of Emerson. Emerson's back in 35th, not having a good day. So your 2 points leaders right now, 30th and 35th. Who, Cropley? Cropley, I think, started top 2. I think it was second, because Colin Francis, I think, was on pole. I could always probably, hit done and go to that page. Fortunately, Ben, you are still back in the pack. But yeah, we could always do this and go to qualifying that way if we ever wanted to look at that. We'll go back up front. And everybody behind the race leader, they are holding each other up so much. Lingerfelt hangs on to second, but Max Service has made his way through the field. All the way up into 4th, it looks like. To the inside of Colin Francis. We'll take a look. See where the 9 started. Bowen Adams started 19th. Cropley started 3rd. The 0 of Max Service, who is 4th right now, started 31st. So, I guess the 0 might be one to watch. And, okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Lingerfelt, Valiant, Max Service, Dylan Abraham, top 5. Francis starting to fall back. Mitchell Hodak starting to fall back. Adam Gardner moving up. RJ Bishop kind of been top 10 all day, along with Brian Glennon, have been top 10 all day. Pit stops? Pit stops. Brian Glennon is pitting. Hopefully it's just pit stops. Hopefully it's not a problem for the 98. I'm thinking it's pit stops, though. We'll take a look. Does Bowen Adams pit here this time by? Bowen does not. Lingerfelt does not. Nobody else is. Looks like Brian, it looks like he is just taking you. Oh! Daniel Voiles. I don't know if he blew up, had another problem, but is that going to be a yellow? For being on the back stretch. That is not. It's going to stay green because he's off the track. I think the 38 of Daniel Voiles blew up. But we do have pit stops. Oh, maybe not. I think it did bring out the yellow. No, Bone Adams is just pitting. So I'm just dumb. Lingerfeld stays out, takes the lead because of that. We'll take a look in a minute as pit stops are going on. And now stuff starts to happen as pit stops are coming. We're going to see what the official word is on the 38. Looks like Lingerfeld's going to pit, one of the people to stay out the longest here. Anybody else going to stay out longer? Looks like Troy in the 22 will try to stay out one more time. He will assume the lead here. 38 now on pit road. So it looks like about 60 laps they can go. 62 laps, I guess. And here comes Devin Zimmerman. I mean, doesn't really matter. But he will be 3 laps down now. And here comes Troy for his pit stop. On lap 63. Looks like everybody else is coming on in. There's Bowen. It looks like Brian Glennon had a good pit stop. Look like he was second. Definitely some rough goers on the pit stops there. Once it all cycles out, we will go back. We'll watch Troy's pit stop here, as he looked to be the one who stayed out the longest. And it looks like they're all going to take 4 tires. And here goes Troy. Now let's see who the leader is. And they are actually battling for the race lead. It looks like Brian Glennon to the race lead, like early on he was. But will he fall back again in the long run? We'll see here in a second. And it was a camshaft, unfortunately, for the 38 car. And that ends Daniel Voiles' Season 3 Champions Day. His sophomore year not going so well for that 38. Or the championship, or sorry. The defending champ. His year's not going well. Now we wait for everybody to cross the line one more time, make sure it's all settled out, and we will go through the field here. And it looks like it is Brian Glennon leading the race over Bowen Adams. Third, god damn it, I shouldn't have started there. Third is RJ Bishop. Fourth is Colin Francis, or Chris Melee, sorry. Chris Melee out of nowhere up into fourth. Valiant fifth, still top 10. Max Service sixth. Seventh is Jesse Adams. So both Adams are up front again here today, having a good race. He was not top 10, I don't think. Mitchell Hodek was. He's 9th, and 10th is Adam Gardner. Or 8th is Adam Gardner. They're battling for that, sorry. And then 10th will be Farron Elam Jr., who was not top 10. Now, a lot of people, it looks like, have fallen out. Lingerfeld was definitely top 5 there. He's fallen back to 11th. Ryan Keenan was not, but he's back here. And then Max Powers, Colin Francis back here. Was leading a lot of laps today. Had a bad pit stop, it looks like. Now it's 14th. Got the 24 Connor Cunningham, the 43 of Barrett Compton, the 10 of Andrew Carnelli, the 5th. Might end up being the points leader after this, because he is up front, or like mid-pack. Causey, and man, Cropley falling back to 19th. Got Matthew Hubert in the 18, Troy Salter, Ben Park is up to 22nd. 42, Corey Chase, Reese Schaefer. Then you got the 6, Jay McDonald. The 99, Dylan Rash. And man, the 31 falling back. Dylan Ibrahim was top 10. All the way back to 27th now. Josh Fox, 28th. Devin Smith, 29th. The 01 of Andrew Carnelli, the 4th. The 30th. Luna Farmer, 32nd. Or 31st, I don't know. 32nd is Angel Gutierrez. Christian Bracken, all the way back 33rd. Dan Park is falling back. He was like mid-pack all day. 34th. Emerson still not having a good day, back at 35th. Then you got the 40. Sam Oscon and Zimmerman, 38th. And then there's your leader, Brian Glennon up front with Bowen Adams here for the moment. The 12, 2 laps time. Looks like the 09 of... Wait a minute. Who the fuck? Looks like Carlos Gutierrez having problems here today too. Kind of like the 12 of Devin Zimmerman. 5 laps down now. Don't know what's going on, but he's definitely having a rough time. Maybe another mechanical issue for somebody. And you got your 2 leaders. 3rd and 4th. 5th and 6th. 7th. 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. They're all quite together. As now it's quite spread out. As Joshua Belliot now to the inside. And Max Service might have went around him on the outside though. As he gained the position. Bowen Adams, though, has caught up to Brian Glenn as they're lapping Devin Zimmerman here. Bowen looking to the inside, possibly. Can't quite get there. Well, Brian Glennon's cars start to fall off again like the last run. Now, with them pitting 62, they'll probably end up hitting like 124 now. So we got a long way till they pit again. Brian Glennon gets past easily by Bowen Adams there. Bowen gonna try and just run away with this race. Can he do that? As Brian Glennon falls to second. RJ Bishop third. Fourth is Colin Francis. Chris Melee, sorry. Colin Francis is the 30. I'm gonna keep mixing those two up for some reason. Max Service though, fifth. Pounding the 49 at the moment. Can he get around for fourth place? Looks like Max had a good long run car in the beginning. Will he be there towards the end of this run? As we go look for battles now. Looks like Connor Cunningham looking to the inside of Max Powers for, it looks like 14th. Second place in points also back here to the inside of Kakazi is Andrew Carnelli the 5th. Go back here, you got Cropley trying to battle Troy Salter for around the 20th position. Ben Park also back here with Reese Schaefer in the 41, Ben Park in the 21. They got a couple guys battling back here. And for a couple laps, we'll go on board with Ben Park. Alright. Sorry, Ben. I am back. I had to step away. Where did I end up after pits? I am on your car right now. Sorry about that. We were just letting you cook. But you are 22nd. And we will go back up front, though. There's a big jumble of cars back here. As I forgot, yeah, Devin Zimmerman's going to be all sequenced the whole time. Might end up creating big packs. We had big losers, big gainers. Bowen Adams, Brian Glennon up front. So we'll see how that continues to go. Max Server's third. And you got a battle for fourth here. Your biggest mover, I think, with the pit stops was Chris Melee here in the 49. And then you got Jesse Adams, Joshua Balliet back here. Adam Gardner, Mitchell Hudek, and then Lingerfeld fell outside the top 10 back into the top 10 now. Your biggest loser, I definitely think, was the 31. The 31, Dylan Ibrahim, was top 10. He fell way back, unfortunately. And you got Emerson having a bad day and a couple of others having not so good days. And these two just constantly keep swapping spots for fourth and fifth. We'll see how that continues to go here. But Ben, they should be pitting around lap 160 again. 160, 162. Or sorry, 120, 124, because they pit on 60 to 60, like 3. My bad. Now we're just going to go find battles. And it looks like back here they were all jumbled up towards the end of the top 10. Lingerfeld now battling Farron Elam Jr. and Ryan Keenan. This is for 10th, 11th, and 12th. Lingerfeld trying to hang on over the 48. Now Ryan Keenan, who won race number 2. Lingerfeld can't quite do anything on the outside at the moment. And there he goes. And here comes Ryan Keenan out to the inside. He wants to get to the top 10 to the inside. Farron Elam Jr. in the 17. Farron can't quite get there. It does almost. Nope. Brian Glennon sends it back to the inside, but slows up Lingerfeld a lot. But here comes Barrett Compton now. I'm just watching the time up front on the leaderboard to look at the leaders, but we're just trying to keep action on the screen here. Lingerfeld can't quite get there, though. These two are not battling. And it looks like Bowen Adams starting to pull away again. Maybe Brian Glennon's car is falling off once again. We'll go back here. Second place in points is about 16th, halfway through the field compared to Emerson. Looks like the 10 might end up being the new points leader. It depends. Somebody else that I don't remember where they are in points could be up here. Colin Francis, though, who was all the way up front battling for a lot of the first, run back in 18th, also lost quite a bit. Now battling back here with the 10. The 16, Mitchell Hudek trying to get around Adam Gardner now for the 8th spot. Falls back a little bit there going into the corner. And these two constantly are swapping spots. Chris May, oh shit, the 0-1. What the fuck? We in yellow. Am I fucking stupid? Was there somebody on the bottom there? Is it because they were off the... Technically they were off the track, but why is there no yellow? Andrew Carnelli, the 0-1, is now having a problem here today. I'm actually surprised that one did not call a yellow. Woo, the 88 almost hit the 0-1, but usually when that happens, it will call a yellow if they're on the front straight, but it did not. Interesting. And he's just taking tires and shit. I don't... Okay. Max Service, though, got around Brian Glennon through all that, and he's now chasing down the 9 of Bowen Adams here. You missed it. I think the 38 also ended up blowing up. Had the camshaft issues. Now 39th Adam. We've had 3 cars now that I think are having mechanical issues. They're not quite out of the race. The 01, 12, and 09. All not having too good of days. Max Service trying to go 2 for 2 though. One Talladega says, I can win more than just play tracks and is trying to win Atlanta here. We'll see how that continues to go. Max is closing in. I think we're going to go on board with him for a couple laps here. See if we can get to Bowen Adams. I don't know. Max might be. May or may not be catching up. Oh, I almost changed cars. That would have been lovely to do in the middle of it. Let's see. Looks like Max Power's close to Connor Cunning here. Can he get around the 24 car? That'll be for like the 14th position. And now they caught up to Barrett Compton also, and here goes Connor Cunningham to the inside of the 43. Can't quite do that. Somehow, Barrett Compton actually got a decent run on the outside there. Now he's checking everybody up behind him. There's a group of 5 cars here. The leaders are about 2 seconds ahead of Brian Glennon in third. Sorry, about 1.3 ahead of Brian Glennon in third. If that time gets a little bit closer, we'll go look at the 2 leaders, and Max definitely got closer there. 1/10 at the moment. Separates the 2 in the front, the 9 of Bowen Adams and the 0 Max Service. Max closing in even closer here off of turn 4. He's going to try, maybe go to the inside here through the tri-oval. He is there. Can he get it here in the turn 1? Side by side, Max Service clears the 9 of Bowen Adams. And we have a new race leader in the 0. Max Service came back from a long way back. Yeah, 31st to 1st. Long way back, takes the race lead here today. I'm pretty sure Max Service in every season so far has finished bottom 5 in the points. If he actually has 2 good races here in a row, he might actually be top 10 in the points for once. He might be already. I could be wrong, but he has not had good seasons. Bowen Adams, though, trying to come back at the 0. Here comes the 9. He's going to try to go for it in the tri-oval here. And we're lap 99 of 244. Coming around to 100 this next time by. It'll be 144 to go. And we're an hour in, so it's going to take, what, 2.5 hours to do this? Got about 100 laps in. And that, maybe not even, because the first part of the stream wasn't even, I was just talking bullshit. 100 laps completed here. Bowen Adams back to the race lead. Cropley, 35th. He had a problem. He's 2 laps down. So we've had 4 drivers had random problems now. Cropley was up front. Maybe that's why he fell back. Max Service, though, to the inside for the race lead, but the 8 just pushes the 9 around on the outside. Cropley just trying to get a lap back. Interesting. Don't exactly know what's going on here, but Cropley trying to get around the leaders. knock on wood, but we have had no yellows yet for wrecks, or for anything for that matter. Surprisingly, that usually doesn't happen. Here comes the 8 of Cropley trying to get his lap back now. This will probably help Max get back into it, pushing the 9 up high. Max a little bit farther back at the moment. A little bit spread out. Got a battle back here with Colin Francis back towards the end of the top 20. Got Max Powers, Causey, and Troy. The 32, 29, and 22, along with the 30, all battling. Troy to the inside of Joseph Causey here at the moment. Side by side off of turn 4. It looks like Troy cannot quite get there. Colin Francis had to check up there, though. That might allow Causey to get to the outside of the 30. Does not look like it. We'll go back here a little bit further. Ben Park has the lap car Devin Zimmerman behind him and a huge pack of cars all battling back here. 42, Corey Chase, Luna Farmer in the 20, Dylan Abraham at the 31, the 99 of Dylan Rash, the 01, who's laps down of Andrew Carnelli the 4th. Then you got Angel Gutierrez in 25 and the 18 of Matthew Hubert all back here. Big cluster of cars back here, all doing battle. Dan Park also back here. Emerson not having the best of days towards the back of the pack. And Cropley did get around the leaders like I was talking about. Adam Garner is the end of the top 10. Max not really catching up yet. So the top 10 are quite spread out. And we'll go back here, I think. Looks like Max Powers has caught Reese Schaefer here. Trying to get up in the 16th place. There goes Devin Zimmerman in the 12, who's left on. Probably got fresh tires right now. Oh! Devin Zimmerman almost turned Max Powers there. That was a close one. You gotta watch the 12 going through the field. I know he's laps down, trying to get laps back. But you can't be doing that to people. Adam has a challenge for the top 10 now. Payne Elam Jr. has caught up to him. Wow. And it doesn't look like Farron can get there, but Ryan Keenan right back on him also. And here comes Devin Zimmerman in that 12 car that, has freshies. Just sends it on in there. We gotta watch that happen. But up front, you got Joshua Balliot trying to get to the inside of Brian Glenn, and it looks like Brian's car is falling away once again throughout this run. He was battling for the lead, came out ahead of the 9. Now he's down to 4th, getting hounded by 5th. Once again here. Into turns 3 and 4. It looks like Brian Glenn had a good entry there, but Chris Melee up front might give him dirty air and might just allow the 97 to get back to him. And Max Service takes the race lead. Was not expecting that. It looked like he was like 2 tenths back and somehow got around him. Now Bone Adams trying to fight back once again to the front. These two have swapped leads a couple times. I think Bone Adams has led the most laps now. Could be wrong. Could not be. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Thought I heard something. But Bowen Adams falling back from max service though for the race lead. Joshua Balliot now looking to the inside once again on Chris Melee, it looks like. Balliot trying to get up into third. He is there to the inside here in the turns 1 and 2. Hey Ben, are you still in the chat? Got a question for you. And here comes Devin Zimmerman out of nowhere. The lap car with new tires. We are getting close to pit stops again. 124, I think it was. I think that's what 60 plus 60 is. And Zimmerman, very close right here. Lagerfeld has gotten back up into the top 10 in the long run, so it all depends on pit stops for some people here. Bowen Adams staying close to max service at the moment. Nobody else out of the race. The 01, 09, 12, and the 8 have all had problems. Like, car-wise, it seems like. I don't think anybody has actually been lapped by the leaders yet, so. Bowen Adams sends it to the inside and max service again. Can he make the move? Not quite. Bowen Adams still there. Side by side down the back straightaway to the inside of max service for the race lead. We got the lapper, Devin Zimmerman. Right back by these two as he has fresher tires at the moment. Max service hangs on the outside off of turn 4. Zimmerman now goes to the inside. Here into 1. Gets right back up behind max service. It's going to put Max on the high line here into 3 and 4. He goes to the inside of the 0. Does get around him. We got a big battle back there. I think they were all pitting. Or they were just really low in the corner there. Chris Melee now has Brian Glennon. He got around, and Jesse Adams is also back here in the 19. The 01 almost runs into the back of the 98 there on fresh tires. That was something to see. Nobody else has had problems yet, luckily. Brian Glennon just trying to hang on till he gets to his pit stop here soon in a couple laps. And here comes Jesse Adams. They're making a 3 wide here in the turn 1. And man, the 01 with those fresh tires goes around the outside with ease. Look at that. That car just booms around the top. Now you got Jesse Adams trying to get around Brian Glennon, who again on the long run is losing so much time. The 98 just does not have a long run car, but they had a great pit stop. Can he get back up the second with another pit stop? That'll be. We'll see what his pit crew can do. Here comes RJ Bishop now in the 45, trying to get to the inside of Jesse Adams. He gets there in turn 1. Side by side now, down the back straightaway. RJ Bishop clears to the inside of Jesse Adams. Not quite. Jesse hanging tough on the outside. Chris Melee is pitting. Brian Glennon pits. Do either of the leaders pit? They do not. We will wait to see when Max or Bowen Adam pits here. Or, you know, whoever stays out the longest. You never know. A yellow could come out during the cycles. That happens quite a lot in NR. We'll have to wait and see. Ben, if you're still here, where do you think you will come out after the pits? I think you're. Oh, we are gonna have someone's wrecking in front of the zero. That is Dan Park. Oh no, I think that is 2 weeks in a row for the 7. Oh, actually, it happened in front of him. I think. Wait, what? Maybe the 42 blew up. What happened here? Why is he just stop? I think something happened with the 42's car, and Dan cannot avoid it. And they had a wreck, and oh no, Emerson Arden also gets involved. Ben Park gets a little bit in it. I think Ben's okay, but the other 3 cars are completely demolished. We will go back and see what happened here. So the 42 slowed down. We'll go from Dan's view here on board. I think the 42 had a car problem in front of him. Yep, something happened to the 42's car. Dan could not avoid him. Now we'll go back to. So Ben got involved a little bit, but we'll go to Emerson, who could not see anything from that right away. Dan just couldn't react close enough to the 7. They wreck in front of him. The 42 just comes up in front of Emerson. And then we'll go to Ben's onboard view on the 21 here. Ben, I think your car is good, but you got involved in this. Dan Park runs into the 42. Ben got a little damage, but should be okay in the 21. But man, the other guys, I definitely think are out of this. I don't know if Ben got around. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. No, I don't even know who the leaders are. We were in the middle of pit stops there. Looks like it's gonna be Chris Maley. Oh no, it will not. He already did pit. So it is Bowen over Joshua Balliet over Brian Glennon, Lingerfeld, Jesse Adams, your top 5. Then Max Service, Farron, Ryan Keenan, Reese Schaefer, and Barrett Compton, your top 10. So we will see what happens here. And I will be back with the green flag. Going back green this time. And it looks like Dan Park and Emerson, unfortunately, from that wreck are out of the race. How the 42 is not out of that race because of that, and he's the one that caused it, I don't know. But Ben Park's still on the lead lap, even though he was involved. Couple people laps down, but we're getting back to go green here. So they go about 60 laps in fuel. So around like lap 185 to 190, they should be pitting here again. Let's get ready to go back green now. Pace car lights are off. Pace car is off. Sorry, Bone Adams is leader. We're back green here at Atlanta. A lot of lap cars now up here. So we'll see how that ends up changing this up. Now that everybody's back in a pack, who will have a good long run car now? That is the question. Who made good adjustments? Balliet to the inside of Bowen Adams for the race lead on the bottom in the 97. He clears the 9. Off at turn 4. 2 lap cars ahead of them though. He will make it 3 wide to get around them. And here comes the 09. That's going to be 3 wide for nothing. Because Brian Glennon is third in the 98. He has got Lingerfeld to his inside, Who is going for third is Bowen Adams, is second on the top. Valiant to the race lead. Clears everybody behind it. Not quite. The top comes back at him. Valiant's trying as the race leader on the bottom in the 97, trying to get around the lap cars. Can't quite get it to work. Valiant goes up high here. Will he try to make a 3 wide again on the back straight? But here comes Bowen Adams for the race lead to the inside of the 97. Bowen Adams back to the race lead here. Valiant is now on the outside. Might be stuck up there now. Lingerfeld 3 wide with a lap car and somebody else in position back there. The 9 gets close to the 01. As that 09 that's going to the inside is laps down. Andrew Carnelli, or sorry, Carlos Gutierrez. Andrew Carnelli, the fourth, is ahead of him. In the 01, a lap down. Or laps down. So go back here. Max Service trying to get up there. And here's some battles for position. Brian Glennon on Ryan Keenan in the 48. This is for fourth place here. A lot of checkups going on back here, it looks like. Everybody's getting through it though. Bowen Adams trying to get through the lap traffic. Can't really get there. As we continue to see what develops here up front. Max Service on the outside of Joshua Balliet in the 0. Max wants to get back up front. He knows in that 0 car he has a long run car. And he's just trying to stay with the 9. As they dominated the race in that long run. Now here comes the 0 Max Service down the back straightaway. But Bowen Adams pulls out to pull the or past the 49 of Chris Melee, who is lapped down. The 8 is also a lap down. Here comes Joshua Balliet, though, for second spot underneath Max Service there. Can he get there? Not quite. Brian Glennon also passed the lap cars. So 4 of them passed most of them except for the 01. They all have to get around the 01 still. Is there anybody on track that is slow? It would probably be the 42 if anything, but we know Ben Park was involved in the wreck too, but his car is fine. But Chris Melee, how he is still in this, taking out the 15 and the 7, unfortunately, with having a car problem down the front straightaway, I don't know. Blows my mind that shit happened to these guys, but it's whatever. There we go. Sorry, I was looking at something on my phone. But Brian Glennon gets around Joshua Balliet. These guys are now all chasing the 9 of Bowen Adams. Can they get to him? We're going to continue to watch the battle for third and second. Just didn't expect a wreck randomly in the tri-oval, and we ended up having that happen earlier. 29 on the lead lap. Bowen Adams still up front. And here comes, never mind, the 09 is lapped down. This is for 6th. And this is for 5th right here. They both got around the 48. RJ Bishop trying to get around Kyle Lingerfelt in the 5. As Connor Cunningham has broke the top 10, trying to get around Connor Cunningham there. That yellow during the pit stops hurt some people. For sure. Can't really do anything. It looks like Max Everest caught up back up. Not quite. Has to get around the 01 still. Still a lot of battling going on towards the end of the pack. Your points leader, though, unfortunately out of the race, Emerson is in 37th. So big points day for a lot of people. We'll see where the 15 drops. He had an average finish of 6, and now he has the last place, or almost last place finish. That's going to hurt that average finish. Your points leader in the 10, we'll see where he's at here. And so Adam has fallen back a lot in the 1 car. A lot of jumbled up cars back here. There's 2nd place in points. Andrew Carnoli, the 5th is 10th. So he has a chance to pull away with that points lead unless somebody else who's close to him in points is ahead. We will see Lingerfeld to the inside of Balia here. That is for 4th place now. Lingerfeld on the move early in this run. And RJ Bishop to the inside of the 97 now, also back there. 97 falling back quite a bit on top. Alright. Max has caught up to, or we got another yellow. Oh no, Luna Farmer, hard hit. Something happened ahead, I think. Or was it just these two? Oh, but it's happening ahead. Oh man. That was actually towards the top 10. Something happened to Cropley. Something, he was been having mechanical issues all day. Dropped a lot of speed in the middle of the corner. And here comes Causey. Right into it. Troy gets involved. Reese Schaefer. Let's see what happens with Causey. Does he continue to hold it? Causey holds his car. But unfortunately, Troy gets put into the wall. But I think he continues here. But then you got Reese Schaefer who comes down the track. Because of this. Cropley gets into him. And then Reese gets rear-ended by the 20. And then the 20 has the 31, and Dylan Abraham gets involved. And then you got Adam Garner and the 1, the 19 of Jesse Adams, the 30 of Colin Francis, and the 12 of Devin Zimmerman all involved right here. And just everybody is going around. And that's the big one of the day so far, unfortunately. It looks like the biggest hit might have been one of the guys lapped down, Devin Zimmerman in the 12. Just had nowhere to go. Also didn't really slow down for it. Or he did, just couldn't get around it. And that might take a lot of people out here at Atlanta. We will see. Looks like Zimmerman's still in. These should be the race leaders. Let's go find the pace car. And we will be back for the restart. We're going back green this time by. Looks like Adam Gardner is out. Surprisingly, that is the only one out from that wreck. But it is Bowen Adams, Max Service, Brian Glennon, Lingerfelt, Ryan Keenan, RJ Bishop, Connor Cunningham, the 99, Dylan Rash, Joshua Balliet, and Andrew Carnoli the 5th for your top 10. As we get ready for another green flag. Another restart, sorry. So around 205, 210, I think they will pit. Because they go about 60 laps on gas, you guys. Still don't know how. So there's only going to be 4 people out of this race. For sure we're going to have some slow cars now. And we are back green here at Atlanta. Bone Adams gets a good start. Can Max Service get around the lap cars also? No. Yep, Devin Zimmerman has no front end. He's got to be slow. The 31 has no front end. The 19 has no rear bumper. The 20 has no rear bumper. Yeah, the 42 has no rear bumper. That's going to hold a lot of people up. So go back to the leaders. They're pulling away for the moment. We're just going to watch mid-pack. We're going to see if we can catch the live wreck, possibly. And see what happens. A lot of 3 wide, double file back towards the back of the pack right now. Balliet, who was top 10 the whole time, now back to 12th. These yellows have hurt him a lot. It looks like everybody will somehow get through that. The 2 leaders are pulling away, the 2 that have been up front all day. Now it is Brian Glennon up in the 3rd. I don't remember when the 6th went lap down, but that's unfortunate for him. Ben Park up to 21st though with the wrecks. He's getting help from this. So continue to watch 3rd place. And I am just like not focused right now. Whatsoever. Sorry. Max Service closing in on Bowen Adams here for the race lead. Can he get to him? We're under 100 laps to go. I didn't even realize that. This race is starting to fly by, which is nice. Now lap car is going to get around Max possibly. Brian Glennon. Now the 99 Dylan Rash gets around Lingerfelt. Lingerfelt has the 48 of Ryan Keenan to his inside here off turn 4. Can't quite get there though. Brian Glennon a little slow in the apron. Maybe not. He looks to be okay now. Let's go see how slow, like, leaders. Let's go see how fast they get down the back straightaway. 193 and Max Service to the inside though for the race. Lead here goes the number 0. Max Service back, trying to go 2 for 2 here. Hey, Gavin, that number 6 car is lap down. Unfortunately, they are not 4th. They are 29th. But Bowen Adams gets passed by Max Service. Max Service in the 0 is trying to go 2 for 2 on the day. And the Net Zero Chevrolet and that Dodge. It's trying to get up there, get a win. Alright, that's what I wanted to do. Luna Farmer on the straightaway. Only hitting about 182 right now, so that'll be a problem for the leaders when they get to them. Ryan Glennon trying to get through the field again. Ryan Keenan back to the inside of Lingerfeld, maybe, not quite. Trying to get there as Lingerfeld has a great run into the turn. He's close to Ryan Keenan, or Dylan Rash now. Sorry. Keep fucking that shit up. Yum. It looks like Bowen Adams is back to the race lead. Got around Max Service once again. These two constantly keep swapping spots. Here comes Max Service back at the 9 car. Almost hits the 9. Trying to get back to the race lead as these two are fighting hard. Side by side down the back straightaway here into turn number 3 now. Max Service looks like they should. Oh, not quite. Does not get clear of the 9. Off of turn 4. The 9 has a run. At the line, looks like Bowen Adams. No, Max Service led that lap in the 0. That was the finish. That would have been something. Here comes Max Service back at the 9. Down the back straightaway here. To the inside, the 0 goes, and he should clear, maybe not. The 9 gets a run on the outside again. Max Service still there at the line. The 9 leads this time. Now the 09 wants a lap back. As they push the 0 and the 9 up the track. Max Service gets back clear of the 9 again. Chris Melee now on his bumper. Max clears. Can Bowen Adams get clear of the 49? He's stuck on the high line still, and they're going to go 3 wide again with the 9 car. No, they will not. The 9 does clear them. The Max just trying to get back around the 09, and once again, as these lap cars are in the way. The 9 and 0 cannot get away from each other, but now they have the lap traffic involved. The faster lap traffic, I should say, but the 20 we are catching at some point here. How that will affect this, we will see. The 9 gets clear, the lap traffic, he's to the inside now, he wants to get back around Max Service. Never mind, he did not get clear of the traffic, because here comes Chris Melee in the 49. It looks like the 9 will clear the 49 finally. As these two continue to go out of here. Oh, Brian Glennon trying to move his way up through those lap traffic cars to get back in this fight. He's not quite there though. Here comes Bowen Adams looking to the inside again here on the back straightaway. He goes all the way to the inside. Will the 09 make a 3 wide? Tried to, but could not quite get there. Max Service going to try to hang on the outside like the 9 car has been, but cannot do it. Will Max be able to get back to Bowen? As these two continue to swap positions here. I didn't mean for that to happen, so I guess. And here comes the 09 trying to spoil the party again for Max Service, and it looks like that will happen. We'll go back here a little bit. The 77 out of nowhere, Devin Smith up into the top 10. Those couple yellows might have helped him all day. He's battling right now. Connor Cunningham battling the 45 RJ Bishop. Right, Brian Glennon trying to get around. Max Service can't quite get there with the lap cars in the way. Lap cars making it tricky on these guys. Dylan Rash battling Ryan Keenan in the 48 for the spot. Lingerfelt now side by side with Brian Glennon for position in the 5 car. Brian Glennon stuck on the top in the 98. Max Service getting passed back by the 01 lap car. Definitely interesting. How far away from the 20? The 20. Now I think out of turn 2. They're just out of turn 2 now. We are catching up to the slow 20 car. We will see what happens when they get there. Max really needs to get around these guys. Dylan Rash still battling the 48 hard. Big checkups on the bottom line here. Bowen Adams, though, just pulling away like it is nothing here today. As we continue to watch around 5th place. Devin Smith now looking to the inside of the 99 in the 77. Kodak Shepard, is that a Dodge or Chevy? In the Dodge. Ryan Keenan still cannot get around the 99 of Dylan Rash here. But here comes Connor Cunningham down the 24 to the inside. The end of the top 10 has a lot of battles going on here. It looks like Lingerfeld has lost a spot to Devin Smith. Smith on this long run right now is starting to pull away. He's starting to catch the 98 and the 0. They did catch the 20. Now Bowen Adams has to go past his father, who's very heavily damaged. Nobody else is retired from the race. We'll go on board with Devin Smith for a little bit. As he passes the lap car at the 20. Can he go catch Brian Glennon and Max Service for second and third? that back. It looks like Devin Smith has gotten around Lingerfeld all the way up into third place now. Trying to catch. Well, actually, what happened to the 9? What happened to Bowen Adams? What the hell happened to Bowen Adams? Man. Oh no, your race leader blew up. From the race lead, Bowen Adams blew an engine. I can't believe that. That gives the race now to the 0. A Max Service and Brian Glennon now in second. I can't believe the 9 car blew up. He had a valve issue. Here comes Brian Glennon now for the race lead. Trying to get to the inside of Max Service. Can he get there? No, he cannot. Uh, Sad days for Bones Adam. These lap cars still making it hard. And these lead lap cars. Because we still got a long race to go. 178 to 244. We're getting to the end. It's only going to be one more pit stop around 200 to 210, I think, is when they're going to pit. And then they will be going to the end of this race. Unless a yellow comes out. So, Devin Smith, though, there in that 77's been on the move. Here comes Brian Glennon to the inside of Max Service now, looking for the race lead. 3 wide, though. Lingerfeld wants third place. I still can't believe the leader blew up. Devin Smith, though, gets passed by Lingerfeld with ease there, and he's going to fall back to 4th as the 2 leaders are still falling away. Brian Glennon did get around Max Service. Can Max get back to him now? Owen Adams still 32nd at the moment. Hasn't gotten passed by everybody yet. As the 2 leaders starting to pull away now, Lingerfeld gets clear of the 01. Can he chase them down? Devin Zimmerman crosses the line. Finally gets clear. Max Service still catching back up. Devin Zimmerman, it needs to get around the lap cars. But here comes Ryan Keenan in the 48. Can't get around the 77 yet. Max Service is there though, and Brian Glennon once again. Will he make a move here off of turn 4? Well, he does go to the inside. Here in the tri-oval. He's there. But they're coming up in a lap traffic, I think. I know, that was just the 09. It's fine. Lingerfeld, though, catching up to these 2. You got 25 on the lead lap. Fast lap of the day is still Brian Glennon at 28.946. Lingerfeld, though, has caught up to Max Service here for 2nd place. 3 leaders all within a second still. I will be back. Somebody is at the door, you guys. You will stay in Lingerfeld. Alright, everybody, I'm back. Sorry. Somebody was at the door. I have no clue who. They didn't ring again after a second thing, so. And I am back. It looks like Brian Glennon, or Lagerfeld has gotten around max service. And they called back up to Brian Glennon here now. And they've got up to the 09 to put him back a lap now. Still green. About 12 laps from when we pit. We'll see what happens here. Lingerfeld falls back behind max service now. Aye aye. We're about 2 hours into the stream. An hour and 50 now. Probably be done at 2 hours 30 minutes, I would presume. We got about 54 to go. It looks like Brian Glennon at the moment is going to be the race winner. After Bowen Adams blew up Bowen, looked like he had it all locked up. Blew the motor. Ends up finishing 35th because of that. It's unfortunate. Looks like the lap traffic is now making it rough on these leaders again. Trying to battle each other. We're getting close to that final pit stop unless we get a yellow. Remember that. And during the pit cycles is where I think it happens the most, especially on this track. And here comes Max Service to the inside of Brian Glennon for the race lead here. Side by side down the back front straightaway there. Who led that lap? Looks like it was Brian Glennon still. Max Service though to the inside. He is there. He clears to the race lead. Brian Glennon has Lingerfeld now right behind him. Devin Smith now in the 77, side by side with Lingerfeld for third place. Around the outside goes to 5. Here comes Brian Glennon trying to get back up to the 0 max service here for the race lead. Nobody else out of the race. 25 on the lead lap. Max trying to get back past those lappers. Lingerfeld has Devin Smith and RJ Bishop right behind him as they're trying to pass lap cars. And then the 16 of Mitchell Hodak. It's top 6, all almost within a second. Here comes Devin Smith around the outside of Kyle Lingerfeld. Here into turn number 2. Off of 2 now down the back straightaway. Brian Glennon though to the race lead maybe. Looking to the inside. Cannot quite get there on max service. Brian Glennon getting a run off of turn 4. Goes to the inside here into the tri-oval. Getting help from the 49 on the bottom. Can he get there to the 0? Not quite. Max Service hangs on for right now. Devin Smith now looking at RJ Bishop to the inside of him. RJ looks like he might clear off of number 2. RJ Bishop does clear. Max Service pulls away. Devin Smith now has the 16 hounding him from behind. What will he be able to do here? Nothing at the moment. Max Service Cannot get around that old one lap car. Here comes Brian Glennon once again looking to the inside. Brian Glennon now to the inside of Max Service. Side by side here through turns 3 and 4. Can the 98 get the run off of 4? Will it be Max Service at the line? It will be the 0. Now they're going to be 3 wide. Not quite. Max still hangs on to the race lead there. Close to the pit stops. As we go back a little bit now, Lingerfelt has RJ Bishop looking to his inside here for 3rd. RJ cannot get there right there. Max Service falling back. And here comes Brian Glennon trying to get to the inside of the 0 for the race lead. Not quite there. Max gets to the inside of the 09 though, puts him back a lap down again. So the 09 is 4 down, so that's 5 down now. Now we just wait on the pit stops here within the next 10 laps. 44 laps to go. Getting down to the wire here. One more pit stop for everybody to the end of the race. We may go green to the end now. Max Service has a good lead. Devin Smith got around RJ Bishop, who's falling back behind Mitchell Hodak now. But RJ sends it in on the high line there. Devin Smith clears the 45. 45 clears the 16, and the 24 now trying to get into this battle for a top 5 spot. As these two are trying to close back in on Max Service. We'll continue to watch Mitchell Hodak go to the inside here. RJ Bishop here now into turn 1 maybe. He does get there. Devin Smith in front of these two a little slow. Looks like he might have checked up or had a bobble into the turn. The 16 clears the 45. And here comes Connor Cunningham now. Oh, we got a wreck ahead. Somebody in the wall. It was Max Service. Are we under yellow? We are not under yellow. Well, that changes the whole thing in this race. People were starting to pit. Max Service. God damn it, get to the 0. I think Max hit the wall. He was trying to pit. Came down in front of somebody. He just braked early into the turn. The 09 pushed him into the turn. I don't know. Max from the lead gets hit into the wall. And it is pit stop time. Ryan Glennon, though, still leads over Lingerfeld. Lingerfeld right by him now. Are we under yellow? No. The way they were there for a second, it looked like they might have been. 40 laps to go. Yo, 1 pit's right there. These two need to have good pit stops. Will somebody come out far enough ahead that someone will have to chase them down at the end? Will somebody hop these two from pitting earlier? There's Max Service coming off of pit road, but I think he had to fix damage. He is now 2 laps down, but comes out in front of the leaders right here. Oh, 4 wide almost. I think Brian Glennon's going to pit. Maybe not. Max is going to get a lap back here now, as he has freshies. Lingerfeld still second. The top 2, the best 2 cars have had problems now today. The 9 blew up. The 0 got put into the wall. And now Brian Glennon, who has been top 10 for most of the day, is up here, along with Lingerfelt. Two surprises, I feel like, towards the end of this race have now changed the whole complexity of this race. Right now, it's looking like two cars. A lot of people have been pitting. We're waiting for the top two to pit. 48 pit already. Everybody else that was up here with these two, except for the 16 who has not. It looks like both of them are going to pit at the same time. Here we go, down pit road. The 16 also comes down. Everybody else behind. Everybody should be able to make it to the end now. Now, between these two, they've hit at the same time, so they should stay close together. I guess it depends on the speed of the pit stops. Brian Glennon's stop looks like it might be taking longer than Lingerfeld's. I mean, Lingerfeld's pit stop is closer. And the 5 does get around the 98 on pit road. But, let's see who came out ahead of them. Lingerfeld is here. There's the 77 of Devin Smith, the 10 of Andrew the 5th. I'm not really sure. We're going to wait for it to cycle around. I think Lingerfeld and the 98 stayed out too long and have lost a lot of time here, guys. But, can they catch up toward until at the end? It looks like it's Connor Cunningham at the front of this field in the 24 car over RJ Bishop. Devin Smith about 4 seconds back. Andrew the 5th. Colin Francis with a broken hood. Joseph Causey. And then Lingerfeld. And then Joshua Balliet. Then Brian Glennon. And then the 43 of Barrett Compton, your top 10. Man, the 16 fell out. Max Service fell way back with his issue. I don't even know who else was up in the top 10. I think the 48. Looks like people had problems. You know, only 25 in lead lap stuff, but a lot of people had problems there. And the 24 is the new race leader with 30 to go. Almost, not quite yet, sorry. 44 to go. 33 to go, sorry. God damn it, Tyler. Now, I do think we should watch Lingerfeld in the 98 as they were the last ones to pit. So I would think they would have the best long run and best tires at the end of this race. If no yellow comes out. So we will have to wait and see what happens here. But Connor Cunningham must have pit early, had a great pit stop. Because he came out as the race leader, but only over half a second over RJ Bishop in the 45. Can RJ now catch him towards the end of this race here? As we just watched the battle for the race lead. RJ catching only a little bit. Got some lappers ahead. We'll see how that plays into it. And man, Connor had a great lap there. Up to 7/10 second lead. Lingerfeld already up to 6th. Trying to get around the rest of these guys now. I know Colin Francis, he has a little bit of damage. That's going to probably hurt him, but he's trying to hang on to the top 10. Unless he hasn't pitted yet. I don't know on that, but we should watch 5 of Lingerfeld here, and the 98 of Brian Glennon back here. I think those two will be up front towards the end, or maybe the 97 has also been top 10 quite a bit today on speed wise. And I definitely think AJ the Fifth will be your second place in points. He had another great pit stop. Devin Smith up into third. What a great run for some of these guys. And now we're getting through the lap traffic. So we'll see how that continues to go. Can the 45 get it through it as quickly as the 24 is getting through it? And it looks like RJ does get to these guys at a good spot on the track, but the 41 of Reese blocks the 45 at the moment. That'll hurt him a little bit. But Reese seems to have a little bit of speed, trying to get back around the 24 maybe. Not quite. Still hinders the 45 into the corner there. RJ Bishop has caught up to Connor Cunningham here. Looking for the race lead. Can he get to him as we're getting close to the end of this race? RJ right on the rear bumper of Connor. These two have not been up here all day. Lingerfeld about 7.8 back. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch that after leading that whole run. Along with Brian Glennon. RJ now losing a little time to the 24 Connor. .24 to go. Long way left. Ben Park pits there. I think he's having issues now. Why he's on pit road, I have no clue. It looks like the 21, unfortunately, is having issues. Ben Park was having an okay day. Was up 21st with everybody having problems, and now he's having a problem. Unfortunate for him. We continue to watch RJ. RJ now down half a second to Connor Cunningham. Connor now just trying to pull away. Lingerfeld at 7.8 back, still 7.2, 7.6 now. I think it is just down to these two guys unless one of these two catch up. I thought maybe with the, the newer tires and staying out longer, the 5 and the 98 would maybe be having better speed here, but they are not. Connor looks to just be pulling away with it as these two are battling for second place. Ping, wing, wing, wing. Bing, 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 bing. Meow. I mean, Lingerfeld is catching, looking at the times. RJ did catch back up. They caught up the traffic here. RJ now looking. Will he go to the inside of the 24? He does. Pokes the nose on him there in the turns 1 and 2. RJ Bishop now trying to get to the race lead over Connor Cunningham. They got more lap traffic ahead. Here comes Devin Zimmerman in the 12. He's going to box Connor in behind the 12. Now RJ has to get through the lap traffic as they're still in his way. Cropley now on pit road. Oops. That just gave RJ Bishop a huge lead. Lingerfeld is 7.1 back now. A long way to go with under 20 laps to go here. Can Connor get back now to the 45 of RJ Bishop? Neom. And here comes Cropley out on the track now ahead of the leaders. I definitely think the 24 is a better car than the 45. But Cropley came out in front of these two. Connor about 2 tenths back now. Lingerfeld 6.7 now. I mean, if he can keep gaining that much, he might make it to them. And Cunningham gets caught up behind more lap traffic. Looks like RJ is going to be able to pull away with this one. Well, these two have a lot of people to go through. Lingerfeld kind of has clear traffic now. Clear track, sorry. 6.4, yep. That's not enough time to catch up. Cunningham finally getting through the traffic. Lingerfeld needs to get around Reese Schaefer here. Looks like he will be able to. To the inside now. Across the line. But has Chris Melee right behind him, so that's going to hurt him. The 10 of Andrew, the 5th, is catching up to the 24. RJ just pulling away now, 30.4. To counter is 30.6. 14 to go. 30.4. 30.1, so I don't know. Wait. Okay. 30.4 to 30.1 for Connor, or for the 45 of RJ, who has the 8 of Cropley right behind him here. And 34 cars still left running. Maybe it's just Cropley pushing the 45. Why, I don't know. 1.6 for Cunningham now behind RJ. 22 to go. Or sorry, 12 to go. Connor caught back up that time. 0.8 tenths of a second now. Got more lap traffic ahead. So interesting to see. Oh no, Devin Smith had an engine go now towards the end of this. And he was in the top 10, top 5 all night. That's unfortunate for the 77. The 10, Andrew the 5th really looks like it might be closing up here with 10 laps to go. At least on Connor Cunningham. So RJ is just hanging out with the 8 car between him and the 24. And he lost another 10th, Connor did. Well, the 8 just try to get his lap back, or will he just sit behind the 45? Fortunately, it looks like he will just sit behind the 45. Oh, no, he will not. Maybe not. Looking to the inside here. Yeah, it is. I gotta look at something. There he goes. Yeah, we're good. And man, yeah, the 10 really catching up. Andrew Carnell at 5th. Trying his hardest here. Connor lost the 10th, but 3/10 gained by the 10 car. And it looks like Andrew Carnelli, the 5th, second place in points, wants to get on up here and win a race. Might be a little too late. Connor's right ahead of him here. The 8 finally trying to pass RJ. Can't do it. But the 10 of Andrew Carnelli, the 5th, looks like he might get around the 24. Yum. 21 left on lead lap. We're at 5 to go here for the 45 of RJ Bishop. A little bit of lap traffic though in the 20 car up here. Looks like Cropley might be able to get that run he's been needing to get a lap back. And I am kind of disappointed how this one's going to end. We had good racing all day, and these guys have fallen apart after those couple of yellows here towards the end. The midway. And RJ somehow just pulled it away. Lingenfeld going to get 4th, looks like. Brian Glennon back up to 5th. Causey out of nowhere up into 6th, though. Valiant up to 7th. Mitchell Hardig 8th, possibly. And then it looks like Matthew Hooper will be 9th. And Fox battling for a top 10 in the 2 car. He wasn't top 10 at all today, for the most part. This is the closest battle in the top 10 between the 10 and the 24. With 3 to go. And here comes Andrew the 5th. He's going to clear with ease. Not quite. Connor Cunningham fights back on the outside. Andrew the 5th might get a run off a turn 4. Goes to the inside of the 24. Can't quite get there, though. The 8 did a good around Connor. Might have been a little too late for these two. RJ comes down the back straightaway. Coming off of turns 3 and 4 into 3 and 4 now. Gonna come around to 1 to go here this time. 1 to go. Sponsored by nobody. RJ Bishop takes the white flag. Something happened to the 10. They definitely lost a lot of time there. RJ out of nowhere, I think it's going to have the biggest margin to win this year. Off of turn number 4, RJ is going to come around to win His first race on the year here at Atlanta Motor Speedway goes to RJ Bishop. Second goes to Connor Cunningham. Third, Andrew the fifth. Lingerfeld gonna get fourth over Brian Glennon, Causey, Joshua Balliet, Mitchell Hodek, Matthew Hubert. It looks like Fox will get the final 10th place position. And we will see, guys, for the points as they wait for everybody to finish. And there you go. Complete. Season 4, race 4. I'm pretty sure. Yep, race 4. Alright, we'll go to the points here. Process, season 4. It should just choose the track. And bada bing, bada boom. Race 4. We had 2 yellows for 8 laps, 27 lead changes. Pretty good for Atlanta. 10 leaders. And then we will go to the results for race 4. Yeah. RJ led 20 laps today over Connor Cunningham, 2.1 margin of victory. 17 laps left for Connor. 1 for Lingerfeld, 41 for Brian Glennon. 2 for Joshua Balliet. 2 for Troy Salter. 38 for Max Service. 20 for Francis. 7 for Cropley. And unfortunately, your dominant car of the day blew a valve with like 70 to go. And, led 96 laps on the day. It led the most. And then we had a couple other drivers, like Colin Francis led early 20, Max Service led a lot, battling with Bowen Adams. Those two were up front most of the day, battling. And then like not Causey, Brian Glennon was also up there most of the day. And then out of nowhere, Connor Cunningham and Bishop led like the last 30 to 40 laps out of nowhere. So that was something to see. Awards though, Colin Francis, of course, pole sitter. Bowen Adams led 96 front runner. You met the challenge. Causey improved 32 places to finish 6th from 38th. Pretty damn good job for Causey. 28 places dropped though for Cropley, who started 3rd and ended up finishing 31st, unfortunately. And then your diehard racer was Andrew the 4th, all the way back in 33rd, the last car running. And we will generate files. Alright, and look at the standings here. And I was right, Andrew Carnoli the 5th is your new points leader. Look at the average finish difference from 1st to 2nd. Andrew Carnoli the 5th has that average finish out of the first 4 races of 6.25. Ryan Keenan, who's now 2nd, has a win. It's 12.75. That's still not as good as the 2 behind him. But other than that, with that win for RJ Bishop, that brings him up into the chase. 12 spots gained, up into 7th. But Andrew the 5th leading 74 points over Ryan Keenan, Matthew Hubert, Farron Elam Jr., Colin Francis, Emerson Arden only drops 4, surprisingly. RJ Bishop, Dylan Rash, Joshua Balliet, and Bowen Adams are your top 10 in the points. Just outside, gained 12 spots, Brian Glennon, now 1 point out of the top 10. To get into it, Dan Park, Devin Smith, Adam Gardner at the bottom, 353 points back from the leader. I don't know, we're looking for Ben Park here. So Dan Park. Ben Park probably gained. No, he lost 7. Unfortunately, I think he had a problem there towards the end of the race. Your biggest gainer, probably going to be Brian Glennon and RJ Bishop at 12. Actually, no, Connor Cunningham plus 13, 10 for Lingerfeld. Minus 11, though, for Jesse Adams. Minus 9 for Voiles. And I think that was the biggest losers of the day. And Andrew Carnoli, the 5th, well, actually, I think was tied with Emerson for the lead. So he technically stayed the same. And Emerson dropped, though, to 4th. So, other than that, we will see, guys. Let's go take a look at the schedule here. We will see you guys next time for Montreal. Should be a good one. Peace out, guys.